Hey, MathKook here. This video contains one of many examples in my Algebra 2 library. The rest of those examples, along with hundreds of other videos, are only available at mathkook.com. Let's MathKook it up. This question says, solve the equation 4x cubed plus 2x squared equals 30x by factoring. So I'm going to bring down our equation here. Now, in order to solve by factoring, we want to move the 30x over to the left side so that every term is on one side and it's equal to 0. Since it's positive 30x, we're going to subtract 30x to both sides. So on the left side, we want to write our expression in standard form with the highest exponent of x first. So in this case, we want to write the 4x cubed first. So we have 4x cubed, and then the next highest exponent is 2x squared minus 30x equals 0. All right, so what's the first step for any factoring problem? What do? We want to take out the greatest common factor. So looking at these three terms, do they all have something in common? Well, they have a 2 in common, and they also have an x in common. So that means the greatest common factor is 2x. So let's take that out front. Now what's left in the first term? 2 times what gives us 4? So that's 2. And then how many x's do we need more? There was 3, we took out 1, so there's 2 left over. So we have 2x squared plus. Now what's left in the second term? Well, we took out a 2x, and there's 2x squared, so there's just 1x left over. And in the third term, we took out a 2x, so there's just a 15 left over, because 2 times 15 will give us 30. All right. So here's what we have. We have a trinomial here. So let's go ahead and try to factor this guy. I'm going to do the guess and check method. So the 2x we just bring down. 2x squared is just 2x and x that multiplies to 2x squared. All right. So now we have negative 15 here. So the two numbers that go here and here must multiply to negative 15, which means they must have different signs. Okay, so what are factors of 15 that could work? I'll write them on the side here. 3 and 5, and then 1 and 15. So that's it. Those are our only two options for 15. So let's go ahead and try maybe 3 and 5 first. So I'll do 3 and 5. All right, so now we'll check the inside. Notice I don't put the signs. And the reason why I don't put the signs is because it's negative. We know one of them is going to be positive and one of them is going to be negative, but I don't know which one yet. Let's just see if it can work. So the inside here will give us 3x, and then the outside will give us 2x times 5, which gives us 10x. So we have 3x and 10x. Do they have a difference of 1x? No, because they have to have a difference of 1. So that means 3 and 5 doesn't work. So let's go ahead and try to switch them. So let's switch the 3 and the 5, and maybe that'll work. All right, so we have 5 now and 3. Okay, let's try this. So on the inside, we have 5x, 5 times x. And then on the outside, we have 2x times 3, which gives us 6x. Do these have a difference of positive 1x? Yes, they do. So we have the right numbers. Now we just need to find the right signs. So we want a positive 1. So which one of these do we want to be positive, the 5 or the 6? We want the 6 to be positive. So I'll put a plus here and a minus here. Since we want the 6 to be positive, that means we want this 3 here to be positive. And therefore, by default, the 5 is negative. All right. So now we have all our factors equal to 0. So we set each factor equal to 0 and solve for x. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first one, we have 2x equals 0. We divide both sides by 2 to isolate x. 2's cancel. Or sorry, yep, 2's cancel. And then 0 over 2 is just 0. So there's one answer. Next, we have 2x minus 5 equals 0. We add the 5 over. So 2x equals 5. Then we divide by 2. X equals 5 halves. So there's our second answer. And then lastly, we have x plus 3. We'll set that equal to 0. We'll move the 3 over. the 3's cancel and we get x equals -3. All right, so these are our three answers: x equals -3, 5/2, and 0. They all satisfy this equation here. Hey Kook, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. For unlimited access to all of my Algebra 2 videos, visit mathkook.com. Thanks for watching.